I feel like I've been making these videos. I've been, kind of documenting my journey and everything. And I was like, I forgot the most important thing. Hello, Priscilla.
You know you're a cute little heartbreaker. Yeah. And you know you're a sweet little love.
Today's video is gonna be about the one and only Priscilla. Because let's face it, okay? I would not be able to make it on this journey. I would not have come this far without her. So let's get to know her a little bit. So I get asked the question all the time, why Priscilla? Why is her name Priscilla? Well, it's really obvious. Like when you're an Elvis fan, like I am, hello, Priscilla. I've had past cars and I've always found it fun to kind of name them. I kind of wanted to name them just to give them its own personality. And let's face it, like we bond with our cars. Like, well, if you're a guy, I guess, like you bond with your car and you go through everything together on a daily basis. So why not? Why not name them Priscilla or whatever you want to name them? True story. My last car that I had on the last night, this was like I was about to sell it and I was turning it over to someone. They came to pick it up, and before they came, I actually sat in the car and I talked to it. And this is like I had a 2003 Pontiac Vibe. I sat in the car, I was like, thank you for everything. And I know it sounds cheesy, I know. But I was like, thank you for everything. We had a lot of good memories, a lot of good times. And I was really sad that night. I really was. Like, a lot of you will laugh. A lot of you will look at this and be like, oh, come on, it's a car, Damon. But no, when you think of it, you spend a lot of time in the car. And the car does so much for you. It takes you around. It's saved you on many occasions when you're running late or you can't make it to somewhere or someone didn't pick you up. So you build this bond with the car. And that's why, like, my last night, I was like, I was pretty, like, depressed and down. And I just said, thank you. Thank you for everything. I'm going to miss you. We had a lot of good times. I went for about a year without a car. So I sold it to try to save money. So for a year, I was actually biking around. And then it was getting tough after about a year and a half, like things happened. I was like, you know what? I need a car. It's time. And that's where Priscilla came in. And Priscilla was actually one of two choices that I had. So I had a choice between this, which is a 2007 Nissan Versa, or it was like another one was like a Subaru, but it was a really small car. So what happened was I went to check out the small car. I went to test drive it. And while I was driving there, the salesman called me and said, sorry, but it just got sold. I was like, shucks. But in a way, I was like, you know what? That's okay, because it was actually a really small car. It was a lot smaller than her. So it was a box style car. So I was like, you know what? That probably wouldn't work anyway. And I went to the other dealership, tried out Priscilla. Believe it or not, it wasn't love at first sight. Like I drove her. I loved it. She's a 6-speed. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I love standard. And that's a little fun fact is all my cars, all three of them, this is my third one in my lifetime that I've owned, has all been manual or stick. And I just love the feeling of it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's I got control issues. I don't know. But when you drive stick versus automatic, it feels like you're in control. You can feel everything that's going on. So if there's something off or the engine's not running well or something, like you feel it with every shift. And that's kind of how I see it. Or I have to, that's kind of like my perspective on it. Everyone's different. Everyone has different reasons why they drive stick, but that's my feeling on it. So I drove her, did a test run. This is like in Kaneohe. And it went well. Like I was like, man, I miss driving stick. And I had that that feeling again of driving stick ever since I owned my last car, which was over a year and a half ago. I ended up negotiating a little bit and I bought her. And I got a decent price. I think she had a lot of miles on her. But yeah, I like the feeling of it. So Priscilla was born. And it's funny, even my nephew remembers the name, and a lot of people remember the name. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, people are like, oh, how's Priscilla doing? And oh, we're sorry to hear about Priscilla. We know she went into the repair shop. And it's just a fun thing. So even my nephew, he'll come to my car when I pick him up and be like, Priscilla, and he'll try to talk to her. And I know a lot of you are watching this right now. You're like, Damon, you got issues. Will you just explain the car? Okay, it's a car. Just tell us about the car. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna go into meeting Priscilla. All right, so without further ado, let's meet Priscilla. So here's the interior of Priscilla. So over here, you're gonna find out that I'm a pretty clean guy, and I actually keep this car pretty clean. My Lyft glowing emblem. When I drive Lyft, I turn this baby on. Look at that, beautiful. This is the most important part that I want you guys to really know, and I'll explain this knife after too. Is I always keep this. I swear by it. Now I don't care. I don't care. It's a wrinkle releaser. I actually just I use this to keep my car smelling really good. So if you guys ever took a ride in my car and I picked you up and you're like, wow, how does Priscilla smell so good? It's Downy wrinkle releaser. I get this for about $1 something, but I carry like at least one, at least about 2 or 3 of them inside there. Yeah, and some baby powder too. Yeah. So I'm always like stocked up on that because I spray every time just to make the car smell really good. So yeah. All right, let's get inside. Oh. Okay, so Priscilla is a 6-speed 4-cylinder engine. She's a 2007, which means that we still had CDs back then. So this is a 6-disc changer. I never use this, but however, I do use this. And if you guys know me, I'm a big fan of these little compartments. So I can keep a lot of stuff in here. I have 2 cup holders over here. 2 cup holders here. I always carry, like, I try to keep this smelling really nice inside here because I do drive Lyft. I do have passengers. So I have 1 or 2 of these car fresheners. My earphones over there. Hand sanitizer. Told you guys I was pretty clean. Like I mentioned before, Priscilla is a 6-speed. Yes, in Hawaii, sometimes I do go 6, but rarely. On the freeway usually. But yeah, 6-speed, manual. Gotta have a phone holder here so that I can listen to podcasts, or I can also, when I drive Lyft, I can, yeah, pick up passengers and whatnot. There's a cross here. And also, you're going to see a cross here that was given to me by my friend. Okay, this is what happened. I carry these 2 crosses to scare away bad guys. No joke. Because I actually got my car broken into. So this window right here was actually broken into. And ever since then, I use these crosses. I don't know if it's going to work to scare people away. But I tell you what, I'm hoping it'll at least like make them feel bad about breaking into this car, because they're gonna see like the power of Jesus and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I should have never done that. I feel so bad. Yeah. So if you think about breaking into my car, just remember, Jesus is watching you. In case of like emergencies or anything crazy happens, I do carry a knife right here. It's a small little knife. In case I'm sleeping and someone tries to break in or whatnot, you never know what can happen. Just in case anyone wants to mess with me. You got to be safe, and you just, again, you never know. She also has waterproof seat covers, which helps out for anytime I go to the beach or I pick up people that are wet or, you know, or even sweat. Let's take you to the back. Yeah, I know you're impressed right now. I keep this car pretty clean. This is my lumbar support. I recommend you guys, when you guys are driving or just sitting down in general, even in your office, lumbar support on the lower back helps out a lot. It'll save you a lot of back issues, a lot of back pain in the future. So you're welcome. Inside, you're gonna see these window shades. I have 2 in the back, and I usually put the dark ones in the front when I sleep. These don't really block out a lot, but in darkness at nighttime, it actually gives me the privacy that I need. So that's the back seat, and it's pretty clean as you can see. Let's check out the back. Okay, in the back, you're gonna see a bungee cord. This is where I hold like my slippers, shoes, and whatnot. Towel, always carry extra towel. This bag right here, I got extra clothes and everything in it. And then back here is what I use to go to sleep. I have a sun visor, that I put up when I sleep, a small pillow, and then this is all my toiletries, like my toothbrush and everything. So yeah, as you can see, like I keep it pretty clean. All right, guys, so that was Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed meeting her. Just wanted to show you the insides and the outsides and just how awesome she is. And yes, she is a big part of this journey. She is a big part of my life. You guys have no idea how much this one car has helped, whether she has a name or not. You know, during the toughest times, like now, I mean, I'm living out of her. There would be no way I would be able to like get this far in the journey and be able to sleep and do all the things I do if it wasn't for Priscilla. So yes, Priscilla is a big part of the journey. I drive Lyft, so I make money as well. So she helps me. She's like a side income. Just work in general on a daily basis, getting from place to place. That's the thing that a lot of us, like, we take for granted is, oh, we have a car or whatever. But you ever tried being without a car? Try it out. I've been there. Let me tell you, it is not the easiest thing. So appreciate your car. Whether you give her or him a name, it doesn't matter. But she is Priscilla. I am Damon. And we are on this journey together. And we are out. Thank you for watching another video of mine. This was meeting Priscilla. Priscilla, say bye to everyone. Anyway, she said bye. You just can't hear her because she just woke up. So her voice is kind of groggy. And yeah, anyway. She says bye. She says thank you. I say thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Lady. Yeah.
This is my storage. I'm working on it. As you can see, it is piled up high. So I'm not sure exactly the measurements, but it's definitely not that big of a space. Got some things to put up there. Yeah, so it's a work in progress right now. Still moving in stuff. Still got all my stuff there. Got some stuff in my car. But yeah, that's what I got to work with. So, whew, cross your fingers. These crates are a lifesaver in my storage. $3.47 at Walmart. And I got at least like 8 of these in the storage. So that's definitely gonna make a lot of room when I start stacking up everything. All right, the second phase, definitely dwindling. And I actually got a clear area right up there. Went vertical on the crates, so that saved a whole lot of room. And started putting things up. Got my guitar notes poster up there. And then I just gotta tackle this area right here. So try to make more room, and then hopefully this whole area should be clear. So whew, we're almost there. So that's about 90% done. So I got some clear room right here to go through the boxes and everything. Had to get this TV in. That was the biggest thing, trying to get that out of my car. Got my printer there. And everything's labeled, necessities, my clothes, everything on the top. And then old stuff and other things. So about 90% there. Spent like at least 5 hours on this. All right.